Hello and welcome to the Chase Aerospace Gaming channel on YouTube. There's a chest over here. Go get it. But I've been wanting to make a video about Assassin's Creed Unity since I got it, but I haven't because where's the chest? Because of I think some issues with the game's coding, as I'm sure everyone is already aware. It was difficult to get a good quality video. There were weird capture issues going on, like inside the cafe. Weird things were happening, like it looked like the Twilight Zone. It was just a completely different color scheme, like in one of those horror movie like lighting filters that they use. It was flashing on and off rapidly like a strobe light. It was quite odd. Yeah, I'm off. Yeah, that's right. You're welcome. You're welcome. Say thank you in English. Oh man, I'm a jerk. Okay, so the point of this video is not to just goof off. What I wanted to say is that the game is good. You're like, what blasphemy? Absolute blasphemy. There's no way this game is good. I saw all the negative things about it and people saying it was terrible and that it doesn't work right, and all of that stuff is pretty much mostly true for the most part. And even though that was a redundant sentence, I'm going to stick with my point that this is an overall good game and that it is actually worth the money. Almost worth the money. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. If you're one of the people that really enjoys good graphics, as you can see from this shot right here, this game might not be for you, because I'm running at low settings right now. Just in case that was mumbled, low settings. To run at higher settings means taking a massive frame rate hit, though I just downloaded patch 3 and it doesn't really seem to be helping my frame rate much. I mean, I'm at I typically average out around the lower to mid 50s on low settings on my rig, which is a GTX 770 OC, i7 4770K, and I think it's like a Z87 motherboard. Not like that matters at all. And 8 gigabytes of RAM. And I cannot run the game at a good frame rate on high or much more than that, because there's high, very high, and then ultra high. But I mean, I'm walking around here. The game looks okay. The inside of the Palace of Versailles kind of looked like a child drew on the walls in golden crayon in places, but that's not the artist's fault. That's the low resolutions that I'm using's fault. But I can't use high resolutions because I feel like my graphics card might blow up. But you guys are probably like, okay, well, you said the game was good, why are you harping on all the bad stuff? And that's just so you know what you're getting into. If you haven't bought this game yet, the people saying that it's too demanding, it's not optimized, they're completely correct. It's not an optimized game. It's difficult to run unless you have a high-performance gaming computer. But I mean, the gameplay is just wonderful. I mean, while I miss the medieval time period of Altair in Assassin's Creed games, this game takes the feel of running through the city and assassinating people. It kind of brings that back, though I would have to compare it more to the Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood kind of vibe that comes with playing a game like this. missed my chance to kill that guy. But the gameplay is, I mean, it's like they made a push to return to the roots of what made this franchise great to begin with. The free running does feel really floaty, but you can do a lot more with it, so I'm not really complaining. Like he floats through the air. I mean, it's kind of cool if he was like a superhero that could fly. But there's this controlled descent thing now where you can climb down stuff without just jumping off and taking a chance at committing suicide. And the combat. Alright, I'm about to show you guys some combat. Here we go. Keep it out, bro. Keep it out. It's super responsive. These are low level enemies, so this is bad. It just feels like you're hitting the enemy. The best example would have been to play through I think it was like a sequence 2 memory when you're in the Bastille. Oh, spoiler alert! When you're in the Bastille, and Master Belek is teaching you how to fight. You don't really know who the assassins are yet, but he teaches you how to fight. When you hit him, the animations are really clear and obvious. When you hit him from one side, the reaction is equal and opposite. It just feels like a combat system should. And it's done very well. So in that respect, the gameplay is very fluid and good. And it's challenging. That's the other part. I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm using an extremely overpowered weapon right now, which did cost a lot of money. I'm using pretty good gear right now. And also, speaking of immersion, just the city is alive. Look at this. All these, well, okay, the brick that he just placed disappeared because you're not supposed to examine anything this closely. But, like, everyone's doing something. They're not just standing around. Like, he is actively building that gun. This guy is doing whatever that guy's doing. Like, they use tools. That guy's smoking a pipe. This guy's sweeping the floor. They're not just idly standing around. I'll go ahead and do this since I'm here. And let me show you something else that's awesome. I'm sure everyone's seen this already. Gear loadout. Like, these are all of the one-handed weapons that you could have. I haven't even unlocked all of them, and I've beaten the main storyline. I'm not playing any multiplayer yet because I promised a friend that I would wait for him. And then, like, I love long weapons. There's this move where you can knock people over, and then I unlocked ground finisher. So, in that respect, the combat got kind of easy pretty quick. But it took a long time to get up to that point, because I was spending a lot of points in the stealth skill, or the stealth category. This is an awesome weapon. When I get enough money, I'm going to buy this next. Pistols. What? I haven't even seen this yet. What is this? No freaking way! You can customize all of your equipment, and, like, it's just, they really do a good job, guys. I know there's a lot of negative stuff out there on the forums, but I would hate for anyone to miss out on a game like the other thing. But this is Paris, alright? Ubisoft wasn't screwing around when they made this map. It is ginormous, and the map is 3D. This map kicks map butt. Like, this is how every map should be done in video games from now on. This is just wonderful. Look, and this is me way over here on the fringe of the map. like, you know, I'm just gonna pick a direction and run it and talk, and then we'll check back in a couple minutes to see where I am. Look, these guys are all doing stuff. It's immersive. It feels like you're in a living, breathing city. And then you can go inside. It's just, and you're like, alright, dude, stop telling me how great this game is. This is all like kind of expected, and I understand that if you're not that impressed by any of this. But coming from the other Assassin's Creed games, I feel like I did not mean to do that. Let's get back up here. I feel like this is an improvement to the overall feel of the franchise. They had one sequence in here, in a Helix mission it was called. Headshot. Boom, got him. In Helix mission, and you're running through medieval Paris, and there are like knights laying like dead on the ground, armor scattered everywhere, and you have to run through a battlefield, and it's just really, really awesome. That's partially why I started off the video. Like, I really miss the medieval time period where guns weren't a thing, because they're kind of cheap. I did not have to do that. I just did it to be mean. Guns they're cheap. They kind of cheapen the gameplay, but the guns have been in the game since, I forget when they introduced them. Were they in Assassin's Creed 2? I don't even remember. Maybe it was a Brotherhood or Revelation. Save the citizens. I mean, I wish the guns weren't here, and I wish we could go back to a simpler time, like the Crusades. Medieval Paris looked freaking amazing from a distance. You weren't actually to go through it, but just, I mean, get the game, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Words can't even describe. It was like sentiment flashback, a nostalgia from the glory days of AC1, when the same exact mission in every single city was still fun somehow. Just don't mind me. I'm just positioning myself to kill both of you simultaneously. Alright, we got a fight here. You are no match for my legendary spear. Oh no. I'm sorry, dude, it had to be done. I'm just kidding, that was a complete accident. I did not mean to impale your groin. What are you guys looking at? Go home. There's nothing to see here. We just really mess with the civilians in this game too. Alright. Clear out. Scat. Get out of here. What are these guys doing? That's right. The crowd isn't static either. They react to what's going on. They know what's up. They know what's up around here. I mean, it's not perfect. These idiots are probably scared so much their legs have stopped working. They just won't run. Also, the other cool thing about Assassin's Creed, this is mostly a joke. I'm not actually being serious, so don't hate me for saying this. Another thing about Assassin's Creed games is that when it glitches, you know, you can just say, you know, the Animus is acting up. That wasn't Ubisoft screwing up some programming. No, it's the Animus making that NPC like float sideways in midair with their face missing, and all that's left is their teeth and hair, you know. It's the Animus acting up. Ubisoft is perfect. What was I gonna say? Oh, the one big gripe I do have with this game, though, I'm getting 40 frames per second right here, just in case you guys were wondering. Yeah, pretty solid 40. on low graphics. I repeat, low settings. But one big gripe I do have with the game is Ubisoft's ability to tell a freaking story. Goodness. Like, there's virtually no explanation for what a Templar is, what an assassin is, why they don't like each other, and the whole thing with Elise, like, come on. Like, I mean, I like her. I mean, she was attractive, she had an attractive personality, but she was Templar scum, and just never would have worked. But the thing is, though, without come on, land on the rope, dude. Without any what was that? Ballerina Arno. Without any explanation for what... Oh my gosh, stop messaging me! Dang it. Stop it! Messing up my video. Without any explanation for why assassins don't get along with Templars, that whole struggle just seems kind of empty. It's like, I mean, I know what an assassin is, I know what a Templar is, and I mean, because I've played these games from the beginning. But to a new person playing this game for the first time, they're going to be completely lost. It makes no sense. And I feel like some really important information was cut out of the story. Like, in the end, major spoiler alert here, like, just I'm gonna spoil the ending. If you haven't played the end, then don't listen. Okay. Arno gets kicked out of the Assassins, right? He breaks the creed too many times, and, you know, he was a bad assassin because he was completely driven by revenge, or in his own words, redemption, however you want to put it. He was it's like taking a dump on the creed of the Brotherhood, like with everything he did. So they kicked him out, and then at the end of the game, you know, all of a sudden, without any explanation at all whatsoever, he gets these cool Master Assassin robes at the very end of the game, and he has access to the Assassin headquarters again. I mean, you could argue that, oh, well, you know what, he gives a monologue. Oh, am I out of ammo? Old fashioned. He gives kind of a monologue to explain why it was he misunderstood the creed and he had no idea what it meant. Like, nothing is true, everything is permitted, isn't a warrant to do whatever you want, blah blah blah. But then he's just kind of magically accepted back in without any explanation, no cutscene, no nice, oh no, you've learned your lesson and we'll let you come back and blah blah blah. None of that stuff. It's just kind of boom, he's an assassin again. Okay, what the heck? And then, oh cool, that's the first time I've seen a guy with a peg line, or noticed anyways. You go, dude. You do you. And it's just... I mean, I know what's going on for the most part. The thing that I just said was kind of irritating, but the lack of explanation just leaves so much to be desired from the storytelling. I mean, the reason I love Assassin's Creed games so much is because of this deep, deep ideological struggle between the Templars and the Assassins, and that is just totally overlooked in this game. So if you're the kind of person who really likes the story and you happen to know nothing about the AC universe, this game will be frustrating, and I recommend going and playing all of the other ones because they're all great, except for Assassin's Creed 3. That one was bad. Connor is not likable. Sorry if you like Connor, he's just not likable. Hello, ladies. So yeah, I said the game was good and then I spent a lot of time on the bad, but like I said, the gameplay and the missions, the exploration, I feel like you're really free to explore in this game. It's an open world. You do stumble upon stuff. All the collectibles and even missions in some cases, they're not just handed to you. You have to go find them. They're not marked on the map all of the time. Let's see. These parish stories here, these are marked on the map, but then there's also investigation missions. I feel like those are not... Well, here's one. I haven't really done too many of those, so... And I don't see very many of them, but the guy in the jail that you talk to, like, he rattled off a whole list, and I only see one marked on the map, so... These collectibles, you have to walk right up on them, basically, before they'll pop up on your map and get marked like this, so... Yeah, I've pretty much been everywhere you see a little cuckade symbol. But, so, what I'm getting at is, yes, this game has deep, deep flaws that should have never been released in the state it was. So, my final verdict... What is it with this rope, dude? I feel like... Jump on the rope, Arno. I feel like if you have played Assassin's Creed games before, and you are knowledgeable of the struggle between the Assassins and the Templars, which I won't explain in detail right now, but if you know what's up, then you will like this game, because you are able to fill in the gaps and the little nuances of the story that don't get any explanation are somewhat more clear to you. And the gameplay is awesome. The combat is difficult. There were missions I had to do 6 or 7 times before I was able to figure out, oh, you know, I shouldn't go this way because the guards will kill me basically every time. I have to figure out a different way to do it. There's... I didn't mean to do that. But... So yeah, if you've never played an Assassin's Creed game before, I very much recommend starting with Assassin's Creed 2 and going forward. Only play Assassin's Creed 1 if you're really, really interested in some good storytelling. Assassin's Creed 1 had excellent storytelling, excellent explanations for who the Assassins are, why they hate Templars, why the Templars hate Assassins, and that whole struggle, and an explanation of like what pieces of Eden are. I'm sorry if I just had an unintroduced spoiler there, but if you don't know what pieces of Eden are by the end of Assassin's Creed Unity, then that just proves my point that Ubisoft is kind of bad at telling stories. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful in any way in your decision to purchase or not purchase Assassin's Creed Unity, please let me know in the comments. Also, if I said anything that was wrong, let me know, because I would like to correct that by putting it in the description. Otherwise, leave a like if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.